What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner and 2018 Innovation Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. Also, I host the only online conversation in the world for fathers and dads that is sponsored by Dove Men Care and also co-sponsored by Dad Central, Canada's national fatherhood organization. And through that collaboration this year, I've been able to reach out directly or indirectly to over 100,000 fathers around the world. As always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and this someone's problem. And to my screen right, there's Ryan.
Good day, good day. Well, I'm always excited to be on with you, Dr. Vibe. Feeling very vibish, very morning vibish.
Is that a new haircut, by the way? You're
I'm telling you, I
looking
feel
very
fresh.
trim.
It's like a whole new person once you
Yeah,
get
man.
lined up.
Very nice.
Thank you. For those that don't know me, my name is Ryan Knight. I'm one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs, of course, of African and Caribbean heritage. The African redemption is a real thing. We support them in figuring out what stage they're in today and working with them to create a blueprint to grow their companies. And of course, I'm a business owner myself. I run a company called Detailing Nights. So it's a mobile, waterless car cleaning company, going to people's houses and their offices, cleaning their cars on the spot. Well, unfortunately, I feel like today might be the last day. I will take advantage of this 5 degree, but yeah, we usually slow down for the winter unless you live in a building and we can operate underground because we're waterless, no mess, no stress. But yeah, shout out to the students that finished up the fall edition, Torian, Taj, and Nathan.
Nathan.
Yes. Yeah. So
Good stuff.
how's the week been, sir?
Well, before we go any further, I just want to say, people, we're going to be doing a very short edition today. It may go a little bit past the bottom of the hour. Ryan has to leave at the bottom of the hour. I may stay on for a little bit, so we're going to stay right up front. Get your name into the draw. If you're not aware, we are giving $25 Amazon gift cards for the holiday season. So all you need to do is whatever platform you're watching this broadcast live, put in hashtag the morning vibe in the comment section and press enter. That's all you need to do. So I'm going to put it up right out front, and it's scrolling along. It's scrolling
in between.
What,
we don't want to see. I said we don't want to see spaces in between the words. We don't want to see missing the. Let's get it right. It's right there. Boom.
You know, so
hashtag.
That's hashtag the morning vibe. So start making it happen, and the comments are going along the bottom. This week, some wonderful things happened this week. I had not been to my dentist.
Okay.
At least before the pandemic. Even it's been at least probably 2 years since I've seen a dentist, at least. And little backstory: I've had the same dentist for 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, gentleman's name. I'm gonna thank you. Make it happen. You did it right. I'm just gonna give him a shout out. Make it happen. Did it right. See,
first shot.
There you go. And he's a gentleman born in Haiti. His name is Dr. Eric Pierre. I'm going to shout him out. Incredible gentleman, has done a lot of service for the Haitian community. And when I'm with him, I feel safe. I feel good. We have great conversations, but it was quite an experience. Like, he's got all the plastic on and this. I feel like I'm going like a real life surgery. I had to put on plastic on my boots.
Yes.
I had to put on the glasses. I felt like, man, what am I going for? Open heart or bypass?
Yeah, no, just turns into a production, right?
Yeah, just seeing the setup, and they had some machines in the room to make sure it's clean and there's no bad air, etc. It was quite an experience. But what an incredible gentleman! Always loved seeing him. So I want to give him a huge shout out. Like, he's only showing up now to the office 1 day a week. He was doing it full time then a few years ago. I think a person came in and bought him out. But what happened was, so many people wanted him only that they kept him on 1 day a week on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So I make it that we're back to our regular now, that I'm going to go see him every 6 months. So I say, yeah, if you're around, I'm going to be here for you. So every
Excellent.
6 months was really good. So that was one of the wonderful things that happened. We can go back and forth. What about yourself? There's someone else I gotta highlight, give props to, but I'll let
Yeah,
you continue.
this week I won't say it was eventful. I mean, things are progressing. I do want to give props where it's due. So the BBPA, I feel like, is getting on track with their Bates program, which is one of the best, if not the best, grant program that exists right now for entrepreneurs in our community. So if you've been a little bit stressed that they haven't gotten back to you, be patient. Not reapply, but reach out and just say, hey, just touching base, wanted to check on my application. And I think the backlog is done now. So just a quick note of, I know some people were frustrated, warranted, but they're on track. So
let's hope they get a Christmas gift, these people that were waiting, right?
Well, the Christmas gift would be completion of their application. Like, let's give that to them.
Another person I want to shout out, and we're just chopping it up here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want us to talk about anything, put in the comment section real time. Ray McMillan had a great, I've had 2 great conversations with Mr. McMillan since he was on the show. I think it was 2 Fridays ago, I believe. And
maybe more than that.
Maybe a little longer than that. Yeah, time flies when you're
actually
doing
Fridays. Yeah, I forget that we have 2
maybe
a week.
2 Fridays ago or something like that. And so I had a great conversation one-on-one with him. And during our live conversation, I had mentioned to him there's a young lady who I'm mentoring who really wants to get involved in real estate and specifically help young mothers get involved in real estate. So I brought them together in a conversation yesterday over the phone. And we're trying to arrange a face-to-face meeting before Ray goes to Grenada at the end of the year.
Oh, I'm supposed to stop by and say hi. I know he's in town for a short time.
He's in town for a very short. Don't let me see him before you see him. That would not make you look good.
Yes,
that would not make you look good. So I've got to shout out those 2 individuals this week in regards to that. I had some other things going on this week in regards to potential opportunities with some organizations, which I will not say anything about this morning. Hey, good morning, Sandy Thomas. Is that Pastor Sandy? All right, Pastor Sandy, I know you have an event coming up, Pastor Sandy. I think I got an email. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Right, the fundraising, I think, for the building.
Yes, so that's coming up. But Pastor Sandy, while you're here, put in hashtag the morning vibe on your platform and on YouTube and press enter. You can qualify to win a gift card and maybe give it to one of your students. Give it to one of your young people. There you go. So that's going on. The year is winding down. It's it's almost the end of the year already. So I always feel like things are somewhat quieting down already. I think if you're trying to reach out to business people, I'd say you maybe got another 2 weeks maximum. Because after that, I already hear people talking next year.
Checked out. Yeah.
Actually, I don't want you to give a name, but Ryan, I'm looking for someone who can give one of my community members help with branding.
Okay. Interestingly, I want to give one name because I was actually talking with her this morning. So Belinda Brady from Webby 360. She has an awesome marketing company, and they're going to be working through the Bates program shortly. So if that person is looking for branding, they could probably connect the dots.
So let me put that. What's the name of the company again?
Webby 360. And also Mapdom did it for ACBN. So Nakembe Baobab from.
Okay, you'll need to, if you can email me.
Oh yeah, I'll email this all to you. But just to mention a couple.
Because I've been doing a search on that and have been able. Okay, Sandy Thomas, it's the hashtag the morning vibe, not morning vibe, the morning vibe. You put hashtag morning vibe, it's the morning vibe. So I can watch everything that goes on all the comments platforms. So want to make sure that happens. Yeah. So definitely good week, quiet but consistent week. going on, and yeah, and the weather certainly got winter is in its way. It's coming slowly but surely. The wind is
Yeah,
going
it
to
had
be
a hard hit, and then now it's back mildish. So I was glad that didn't stay. That snow let it go.
good stuff.
And so I wanted to get your feedback on one of your threes that always hit. So we talk a lot. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm just gonna like kind of throw it out there for your feedback. Where this past week there was I would say a pretty big conference here in Brampton, put on by the Actually, let me get the name right. Hold on. The Social, Cultural, and Economic Empowerment and Anti-Black Racism Unit. So I asked because the conference, hey, full day.
So just so to say, I had technical issues. So the last 30 seconds, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no problem. Hold on.
So let's start from the top.
I was saying that there was a big conference that was happening in Brampton. So and I needed to get the name right. The Social, Cultural, and Economic Empowerment and Anti-Black Racism Unit put on this conference. I think it's their fourth conference. So being a Brampton resident, the question comes up and is asked to me. It's like, oh, what is the objective of this unit? Like, what are they working on? What have they gotten done? And when you can only look and see 4 conferences, it's like, okay, it's nice to talk about things and hear from, past heroes and current heroes. But is that enough? Like, they started and hey, I'm just looking at their own timeline. So when I click it, it's like, actually, hold on, let me share my screen so people don't think I'm making this stuff up. Hold on.
Okay, so we don't play here. We're not afraid to be honest and truthful. Okay, and while Ryan is getting his screen ready,
Let me know.
okay, we'll have in just a moment. Thank you, Kyle. You put up the morning vibe, so you're entered in, and Pastor Sandy, thank you also. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see what Ryan's talking about. So go ahead, Ryan.
All right, so you can see my screen, okay?
Yes.
All right, so we're in here showing, hey, this is the Social, Cultural, and Economic Empowerment and Anti-Black Racism Unit.
Okay, so before we go any further,
yes,
that's a lot of different titles.
and listen, I'm not gonna comment on the double "and," but we know that. Let's get the grammar right. But all that aside, so we're looking at, and this, remember, I did not make up this timeline. This is their own timeline. So they approve the council, they appoint a person, they create Emancipation Park. Okay. They hold their first conference. So that was October of 2020. They did their first conference.
Okay.
And then the next month they did another conference.
Mm-hmm.
And then between here and there, they did some community listen and learn sessions.
Okay. We got you, Christopher, the morning vibe. Thank you. Go on.
Then they did another conference. So what are we up to? 1, 2, 3 conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Martin Luther King Day. And then they do another conference in February. That's 4.
Okay.
And then they did some community sessions about mental health. And one thing, notice there's no link to any of these events. So you can't even go and see what there's about.
Okay, but okay.
They proclaim March as mental health, Black mental health. They do an event to remember George Floyd. And then they launch a Black and Indigenous Youth Internship and Co-op program. I'm going to check what that's about.
Well, I have some thoughts about that, but I'm not going to go into that too deeply here right now.
And then they held another conference in June. And then they signed a pledge with the Black North Initiative.
Okay.
And that's interesting because the Black North Initiative pledge was in, I think, June of 2020. And it took Brampton a year to sign this pledge.
Okay.
And then October, they do a ceremony about passing the torch.
Yeah.
And then economic empowerment. What is this? Was the one? Yeah. So this was so 6 conferences have happened since this unit was created. Out of their own timeline, I haven't seen this piece. Where is the economic empowerment? What infrastructure is put in place? Naming a park.
Hold on.
Is not
I don't live in Brampton, so why are you asking me?
No, I want your opinion. I want your opinion.
Okay. All right.
To ask if
let me
stop that.
Got it.
If somebody came, you're in, is it Ajax or Pickering?
I'm in Bra.
Oh, Scarborough. So if anti-Black racism unit came to Scarborough, and that was their track record, how would you feel?
Well, from what you've showed me, I see a lot of symbolism.
That's my opinion. That's like by their own facts.
So my question would be, how has what they've done impacted Black Canadians in the Brampton area? Outside of the event that's happened that day, how has life changed for the better?
Let me write that question down so that I can send it in, because that is the question that I feel like we don't ask enough. Whose problem are we solving? When we do a conference, yes, that looks good for the city, but how is that actually empowering our community? What is changing with the day-to-day? And they're like, over a year, we're going on at least a year and a half. So over 18 months, there's nothing to show. Like, we should not be happy and celebrating the fact of, we should not be celebrating inaction. And I think it's time to start getting past the symbolism stuff and get to actual tangible results. They said they've done some listen and learns.
Thanks, what did Tim, they learn? The morning vibe. Thank you. # morning go. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I know we like to celebrate.
Right. We talk. We like to celebrate and talk.
We got the market cornered on that. But my question is, where are the receipts? You put on now again, maybe and again, the point there, you've held these events. Are they documented? Can people access them who weren't able to make it?
Very good question. Where's the recording to even say, hey, if this is supposed to inspire people to action, it'd be good to be able to reference it and watch it again.
Yeah, documentation. So, from what I see, you've held these conferences. This is good. And whenever I go to a conference, if I get the opportunity to speak to the people that are holding the conference, I always ask this question. So what happens tomorrow?
Thank you. What are we committed to?
Well, not only that, what happens in between your next event?
Right.
Like, people get all excited and then.
And a lot of times they're just planning the next event.
Yeah.
In 18 months, they've done 6 conferences. That's like one every 3 months. You don't even have time to do anything else.
So here's a potential suggestion. Cut the money you're spending for these events and put it into programming.
That would be a good place to start.
Right. Tim is saying, we don't need more allies. We need more actionable allies. Good point.
And we don't need allies talking about how they're going to help. Exactly like what is the action? Even with Black North, what is the actionable item that is happening?
So my question is, again, I don't know a lot about the Black North Initiative. How long is the Black North Initiative? And again, I don't know. You may know a little bit. How many actionable items have they put into place for the the clientele they're supposed to be assisting? I just want to ask. And if they have, what are the receipts?
Well, I heard one is happening in Peel where they're creating a loan program to help with affordable housing. The announcement was made. I haven't seen the exact details on how to sign up. But I mean, they've been around for over a year. that might be one of the tangible ones that I've seen. And even still, that's not launched yet. That's just announced.
And I'm going to give the time, because of course it takes time to start up these things. But the thing is, every day that you don't do something sets back people more.
True.
Oh, so and actually I've reached out to a gentleman who's in charge of one of these organizations. I'm speaking that we're going to get him on. If it's not on the Morning Vibe, I'm going to get him on my Sunday Black Canada Talking platform. But he has said he'd like to come on, so it'd be interesting to get someone who's at the high. Actually, he's the executive director, I think, of one of these types of organizations, and see what he has to say. But receipts, right? Like,
yes,
I don't do the celebration thing anymore. Right.
Yes.
And I don't. We don't need other people to get to like us. You should like yourself. You should have your family like yourself. We don't need other people to like us. We need to like ourselves and do the actions ourselves. Right.
And one big piece that I noticed that in our community, it's like we choose either or. It's either we're integrationalists or not segmented. It's like you either trying to assimilate
or integration.
Thank you.
Well,
so segregation.
Let's make it easy for you.
Or integration.
Be one.
But this is where I feel like these conferences that are happening, and even Black North Initiative, Black Opportunity Fund, it's all rallied around integration. It's how do we work best with the system that's in place? How do we get them diversity and inclusion training? How do we help them stop being anti-Black and stop anti-Black racism? But on the other path, we do need that segregated piece where we're building our own infrastructure. And I see us really heavily on integration and how do we work best with the system that we have, and not enough of building our own infrastructure.
Okay. So Tim has said here, 2020 they started. I think he's talking about the Black North Initiative. I pledged right after they asked. It seems like more of a message for non-Black corporations. There are people who come to me about the Black North Initiative saying, man, I see a lot of white people.
Jeez.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's what I've been told by a lot of people. And again, you were saying something before and I lost my train of thought. Can't remember, but the integration. One has to really take a deep look and saying, how far has integration got us?
And that's the key question. Who is asking that question when we keep pushing integration down the community's throat? And Black North Initiative is a perfect example. When it started, it wasn't even, I would say, B1. It was like integration to the max. Only one Black person was on the founding members. In their steering committee, I think there was only 2 Black members out of like 16. So now it's
red
really
flag.
And then their pledge was all about getting corporations to
like you,
like us.
That's the thing again.
To the board.
We're in a position of deficit because you're asking someone to like you. You know what? It isn't the key is not to get liking you. It's the key to have them treat you properly.
Sure. And
there's a big difference.
Even
there's
that
big
is
difference.
That's all fine.
That's a big difference, and people need to realize that. I don't want to be liked. I want to be treated properly.
But that's what comes with power. Like, what are these organizations doing to empower Black residents and Black employees and Black entrepreneurs? If these people that are not being treated well at one of the big banks actually banded together and created their own financial institution, they wouldn't have to worry about begging XYZ bank to like them. Now they're competing. Like, how do we get the Black community on a level to compete so that they have to respect us. I don't even care if the bank doesn't like me,
So
if I can use
Sandy
another
is
bank.
asking what were the outcomes from each of these conferences. Don't know. Who
On
knows?
their website, it'd be nice if they listed those outcomes.
Okay, and then Tim says, I know specifically exactly how it started, and it's coming from the 1%ers of blacks. So Tim is an insider.
Right.
He knows. So that's the thing. Ryan, you got about 2 minutes left. So of course we'll have to continue this conversation
Definitely
on Monday. What are you up to this weekend?
So, and speaking of symbolism, I'm hoping the event that I'm heading to right now by Connecture Canada, it's another conference and it's at the Living Arts Center. So I want to see what the tangible items that come out of it are. And again, because they're one of the ecosystem partners that ACBN was funded with, like these events that we're putting on, we have to get past the symbolism. It can't just be people talking to get recognition that they care about Black people without actually empowering our community. So if nothing comes out of this conference that actually gives the Black community more power to do for self, it'll be another waste of time. And this is something that I internally keep asking our team. It's like, if we're going to be doing anything, what problem does it solve? Is it solving the problem of giving a good spotlight to the government to say that they're helping? Or is it actually solving the problem of lack of Black entrepreneurship and us getting more people into business and successful businesses that they can hire within our community?
Oh, and another thing too, email address for people who win, because I may be on for a few seconds. So
yes,
what's the address?
At acbncanada.com.
All right. Thank you. So I know you. So is this in an in-person or virtual conference?
It's in person.
Oh,
which again is like, you're pulling me out my comfort zone here, people.
What do you mean? It would be nice to do it in person.
It might be nice. Yeah, sure. But
that was really enthusiastic.
Yeah, if it's just people talking heads, that could have been a Zoom.
How long is it for?
All day. It's like until 5:00
on a Friday.
So hey, and again, I am willing
on a Friday.
I'm willing to support and go and shout out to Connecture Canada and Rose Handy that's putting on the event. Okay. But let's make it impactful. I hope it's not just.
It should be interesting to see how many people show up, etc. Are they also doing it virtual too?
I actually don't think so. I don't think it's being streamed. It's just you gotta be there
in person.
Yeah,
that's interesting. How many conferences have there been there like that in this year?
True.
All right. Well, you got to run. I don't want you late because I know you're gonna have a great day.
Appreciate it.
We will let you go. Be well, my man. Keep the faith.
You too. Always good seeing you.
Yeah, we'll chat. Right. Take care. Peace. All right, everybody. So Ryan has to run to an in-person conference. That's a rarity these days. So I can stay on for a few minutes. If anyone has any more comments that they would like to make in regards to anything in general, this is like a few moments of Ask Dr. Vibe anything, and then we'll do the draw and we'll let you be on your way. So Tim, I see that you know the inside about the Black North Initiative. Anyone else who's watching, again, if anyone wants to enter today's draw for the $25 Amazon gift card, you got a few moments left. Whatever platform that you're on, type in hashtag the morning vibe and then click. Oh, Charmaine is in again. Charmaine's our first two-time winner, folks. So you don't want her to like, man, Charmaine, you really want to corner it. Anyone have any questions for Dr. Vibe before we do the draw for today? Just things coming up with me this weekend. I'll be hosting Black Canada Talking on the Dr. Vibe Show platform on Facebook and YouTube. So it's going to be our roundtable. Scheduled guests are Elle Jones, Sarah Ayango, Cesar, Nadima Musa, and Warren Clark. So they'll be taking subjects they feel are very important that you should be knowing about from a Black Canadian lens. check out the replays of some of my conversations on the Dr. Vibe Show. We've had a great week of replays. I'm speaking by Monday. We'll have a replay of an interview I did with a lady named Dio. And Dio is a Black woman based in England, London, England. She is a founder of two tech startups. One of them called AfroClip, which is an online dating service for Africans around the world. That's you and I, if you're looking so. And then about 6 to 8 weeks ago, she started another tech. She did another tech startup called Wisdom, social audio app. So I'm looking to get that conversation will be posted up no later than this Monday, but some of the other conversations on the Dr. Vibe Show reposted this week were Dr. Adolph Brown, incredible educator and very passionate conversation about Black men and Black fathers. Check it out. And ironically, one of his closest friends is a Canadian that lives in Mississauga, Oakville area, Mike Pinball Clements. They've been longtime friends, did not know till it came up live in the conversation. And then replays of State of Things with Aisha and Jill. That's been posted up too. So anyone have any questions or comments for Dr. Vibe, or I'll get right to today's draw and we'll make it happen. So I'd like to say again, thank you everyone who watches us live or on the replay, especially if you watch it live. You get to qualify for the gifts. I'll give another few seconds and we'll do a giveaway. We got a few people in. So I'm going to give another minute for the giveaway. And if not, we'll go right to it. So again, thanks Sandy, Christopher, Tim, Charmaine, Make It Happen show. And I'd like to just say also too, thank you for all your support, and do share the information out. Share the information about the Morning Vibe. We'd love to get more people watching. And I know they trust your word that you come in here, so they know it's valuable content. And if they can't catch it live, certainly encourage them to catch the replays. For myself, if you want to subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook or on YouTube, you can do that and you'll get notified of all the conversations that I host. All right, enough filler. Let's get to giveaway time. So let's make it happen here. Bear with me a second. All right. Let's do this. Okay. So there were a small number of people in this morning. I'm actually going to give another minute because I see the number of people has increased. I'm going to give another 30 seconds. If you want to have a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card, please type in hashtag the Morning Vibe in the comments section of whatever platform you're watching. Type it in and press enter, and I'll get that. So I'm going to give it another 30 seconds, and then we're going to give it away. And while I'm holding it, if anyone has any questions for Dr. Vibe, please, please, please ask away. Okay. Why are we looking for them to like us? We need to focus on powering out with each other. Absolutely. I agree, Pastor Sandy. Absolutely. As I said, don't aim to be liked. Aim to be treated properly. Big difference. Big difference. Hey, Sophia Jacob, thank you for putting in the Morning Vibe from Ottawa. All right. I had given people 30 seconds, so we're going to do the giveaway now. Oh, gosh. Charmaine Hussey has won again. Oh, my goodness. Charmaine Hussey has won again. Oh, and Sagnet, you just came in a little bit. Oh, you got in there too. So you got in. Well, Charmaine Hussey has won again. So, folks, Charmaine, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want to take the card or you want to give it to somebody else? Hey, it's totally up to you. If you want, because I know you've won twice already, do you want someone else to get the opportunity to win, or do you want to take it yourself? So give me a quick yes or no in the comments. Yeah, Ryan's going, holy moly. Charmaine is something else. Sandy's saying we need to start buying from each other. Like the block of comms. I think before that, Charmaine, I think we've got to get away from some of our trauma with each other. We got to like each other before we even start. I'm not saying we don't like each other, but there's a lot of trauma going on. I'll give it to someone else. I have a wonderful. Okay, so Charmaine has said she's going to be so kind. I'll give it to someone else. Have a wonderful day and weekend. So we're going to do another giveaway. So stay on here. We're going to draw again. It keeps on saying Charmaine. Hold on. All right. Sandy Thomas, you are a winner. And you have to say big thank you to Charmaine. Charmaine says, give it to somebody else. So Sandy Thomas, you are the winner of a $25 Amazon gift card. What you need to do, Pastor Sandy, is email. Yeah, you've got to email info@blackacbncanada.com. If I'm going to put it on the screen, Pastor Sandy, and I'll make Ryan aware of that. So, all right, congrats, Sandy. So, Sandy, do you have the email address, or do you need me to put it on screen? Please tell me. Hey, thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, Charmaine, for allowing Pastor Sandy to win. Okay, so Pastor Sandy, I'm going to ask one more time. Do you have the email address info@acbncanada.com? Okay, not hearing from her, but I have her email address. If she needs, I'll send an email to her, just making sure that she gets that. So, folks, that's it for today. Short conversation today. Ryan has to go do a face-to-face conference thing, and you don't want to ask me anything. So I would stay on, but hey, that's it. That's all. I'd like to say thank you again for watching live on the replay. If you want us to talk about any subjects, certainly go to whatever platform you're watching this on, and or you know what? Actually, I'm going to put it. I'll put it in my email address. My email address, Dr. Vibe. Let me just vibe at the Dr. Vibe Show.com. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this here. I'm going to do it in a banner so you have the information. And so you can email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. So that's if you have any comments, any queries, if you'd like to be on the Morning Vibe, or if you'd like to be on one of my other conversations, would love to hear from you. And if you have any topic suggestions that you'd like myself and Ryan to chat it up about. So that's it for today. Again, big thanks, everybody. We always end off with this. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And remember to give yourselves grace. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay warm. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting some snow, some crazy weather Sunday and Monday. But you know what? Just be safe. Give yourselves grace. As always, you can watch replays of the Morning Vibe at the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook and YouTube, Afro-Canadian Business Network on Facebook, Afro-Canadian Business Network also. I don't know if they do it on Twitch. I don't think they do replays on Twitch, but you can go to Ryan Knight's YouTube page. You can watch that there. All right, folks. Have a great weekend. Looking forward to it. Again, congratulations, Pastor Sandy, for winning. Thank you, Charmaine, for being so kind to say you don't need it this time. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith. And remember, walk good.